go. Train high. We're go.
Gentlemen, this school is about combat. There are no points for second place.
This is the Never Down, Never Out podcast with your host, T.R. Mattson.
Welcome back, everybody. Never Down, Never Out. T.R. Mattson. We got over the hump. We're halfway there. This is the new background. I have a lot to talk about today. I really hope it comes out good. And why I say that is because if you're one of the three people that are actually listening to this on Spotify, because most people watch this on YouTube, but if you're one of the three, I think that I have that are watching it on Spotify, go ahead and log on over to YouTube and check out the new background. So lots have changed. And I broke the number one rule that I used to teach as an LSO in the Navy. The number one rule is if you have issues or if you want to make a change with things, change one thing at a time. Landing pattern wise, right? If you're not showing up to a good start, adjust your beam distance or be a little higher in certain places, right? But don't do it all at once. Completely broken that rule. I listened to my old self and I said, forget it. I'm changing it all. We switched the whole room around. We painted the wall. We put the shelves up. We have new things on the shelves that distract you from my ramblings. We have a new webcam. We have new lighting. Same mic, so hopefully that sounds okay. And everything I'm looking at in my settings, which is distracting me, shows that we're recording. Hopefully it works out. Fingers crossed that I'm not about to waste my time talking about this topic. What is going on in other news? We are over the hump. We have now officially made it halfway through the year. When I started this, for people that don't remember, I had this brilliant idea that I was going to record one episode a day for 365 days. Well, you are now listening to episode 183, which means we are on the backside. It's all downhill from here, as they say. So that's big news to me. I didn't know if I was going to get this far, if I'm being honest with you. This goal from the beginning, if you followed me at all, you know I have really pushed back on starting a podcast. I figure people don't really need to listen to me. When you write books, you're really putting yourself out there, and add to it speaking like this, like that's massively vulnerable. And it worried me a little bit. But I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it for my kids. I'm going to do it for other people out there that maybe can benefit from it. So I went for it and I started recording. And while I have a categorized 365 days worth of topics, I didn't think I was going to get through them. I didn't think I was going to do that many. And I just didn't think it was going to last. I didn't think people would follow. I didn't think people really wanted to hear it. And I think I've surprised myself a little bit on this. So we're now halfway through the year and I have a renewed vigor. I've got a new background. I've got a new office set up. What you can't see is this is my new desk. It's a sit-stand desk, so I don't just sit all the time and get older, fatter, die sooner. I don't want that. Revamped the webcam, so hopefully it's a little bit better. The lighting, so hopefully it's a little bit better. Tried to make it more professional looking. Trying to display a couple things that speak to me more, as far as, the books behind me, obviously the ones I've written and my helmets from my career. The world's greatest model of the Hawkeye there from Treason Flight. Trying to get them to maybe make me a Hornet for Vengeance Flight. A couple books that have just kind of stuck with me. And then books on the shelf there that from people that I support, Mover and others. So that's what the background is. I'm going to record a couple episodes like this just to get ahead because I don't want to lose the topics and lose this everyday thing. That being said, if you have feedback, Please give it to me. If the audio doesn't sound good, if it sounds echoey for some reason, if the lighting doesn't sound good, if the frame rates, all those things, that's going to be a work in progress. I've spent a lot of time on the settings to the point where I just said, I got to go for it. I just got to record it and put it up. And if it's not good, it's not good. And we'll fix it. So that's where we're at. Thank you so much for all the support. What are we talking about today? I've wasted 5 minutes of your time that you're never going to get back talking about me. I have one more update, which is huge. Mombat, if you've been following my mom's saga, she's done her chemo treatments for the past 4 to 6 months. She's tough. They did another MRI. The tumor is less than half its size, and she meets here shortly. Actually, I don't normally do this, but if this, I believe, will go live, and she will have met with the surgeon and come up with the next plan. But the bottom line is, I thank you all so much for the support of that. Alex and everybody else, amazing. The shirt's amazing. The support. She truly embodies the never down, never out mentality. And maybe that's where I get it from. And she's a fighter, and she's fighting, and she's going to beat this. So, but we're now in the next phase of it. So just wanted to give that update. Now, where are we at today? Purpose takes time. Episode 183. Purpose takes time. That's a great topic, because if you look at this podcast, and I'm just going to use this podcast, but I could apply this to aviation. I could apply this to relationships, finance, everything. But if you just talk about what I've done on this podcast, 182 episodes thus far, talking about this stuff, putting myself out there, trying to reach an audience and help people, that didn't happen overnight. And is it massively big? Is it like Rogan level? Am I getting calls from the big podcasters to be on because the traction has grown so much that they're like, who is this guy that's doing this every day? No. And that's okay. Because the unit of measure, as we used to say, right? What is your unit of measure in the Navy? Like, and where that comes from is when you're doing close air support, hey, do you see this lake? Yes. Okay. That lake is one unit of measure, the size. So what is my unit of measure for this podcast success? The comments. Comments are huge. The conversations that you're having, even in the comments section, supporting each other, massive. Massive, 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 massive. That is a massive unit of measure in the positive. The fact that I'm still here doing it, frankly, the fact that I take my time out of my day, that I value this. We've talked about time before. And to me, time is one of the things you can't give back, right? So the fact that I take my time out to do this because the message is so strong to me, that's a unit of measure. The subscribes are nice. The views are nice. I think $1 that I might make a day is cool. But it's not a unit of measure, right? The unit of measure is actually helping people out there and trying to make a difference. And there's so much good in this world. There's so much good in this world that we lose because we watch or we listen to or we scroll past the news. And there's so much negativity because the negativity rips you in. It grabs you and it doesn't let go. And that's tough, right? That is tough. But the true unit of measure, the true purpose that I have here is that I think we're actually making a difference. I think we're actually helping people out there. I'm showing people that this is not for somebody else. Whatever it is you want to accomplish in this world, whatever it is you want to do, whatever it is that you have out in front of you is for you. It's your God-given dream. Embrace it. That's your purpose. That's what drives you. That's what puts your feet on the floor when you wake up in the morning. And that's massive. But it's going to take time. If it's truly, truly, truly what you want to do in life, if it's truly what your calling is on this planet, get it out of your head right now that it's going to happen overnight. because there's not one damn thing that I've accomplished in this world that's been worth accomplishing that happened overnight. Not one. I've accomplished a lot of things quick. A lot. And they were all not that great. They were cool. It was neat. But they weren't purpose-driven. So as you drive forward today, as we dive into July, and hopefully all of the distractions that I've had with setting up this room and getting everything and driving my wife crazy because I want it to be perfect, hopefully I can push all that aside and get back to the message. And that message is, you have a dream. It's in your head. There are obstacles between you and accomplishing that dream. That's just the reality of life. Embrace them. Okay? Embrace them, give yourself grace, and work your butt off. Because there's not a thing on this planet that is worth anything if it doesn't require work to be put in. And therefore, it takes time. It's not going to happen overnight. I'm going to leave you with that today. Like I said, I'm going to record a couple. Hopefully, God willing, these turn out well, and we move forward with this journey that we're on of the Never Down, Never Out podcast. Thank you all for the support with the podcast, with my books, with the merchandise, with my mom, with everything. I truly love you for that. Thank you for continuing to tune in, and I will see you tomorrow.
T.R. Mattson is a 20-year Navy career combat veteran who flew the E-2C Hawkeye and F/A-18C Hornet. He's the author of Treason Flight and Vengeance Flight. You can reach him at trmattson or trmattson.com. Thanks for listening to the Never Down, Never Out podcast.